In this video, I'm going to share with you one of the books that had a great impact on my life this year. And that book is Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. I'm going to share with you some of the main ideas I got from this book. And at the end of this video, I will talk about which bits personally resonated with me the most. If you do not want to show your work, that's fine. But if you do, this video might be of value to you. My name is Hendrik, if you're new here, and I'm an international social auditor based in Germany. Consider subscribing if you like what you see. Let's start. So the first main idea is you do not have to be a genius. Teach what you know. There's this misconception that to be able to teach something and to present your work, you need to be a genius like Mozart or Picasso. But that's actually not accurate. I'm 100% certain that you know something that someone in this world does not. For instance, if you started to learn how to edit YouTube videos like I did, you know more about editing than someone who has never done it before. Or if you are a human being, which at this point I kind of assume you are, probably you speak at least your mother tongue. So you could go on platforms like italki and help people learn to speak that particular language. The second main idea is be an amateur. This is a really powerful idea. Austin Kleon puts it this way. Amateurs are not afraid to make mistakes or look ridiculous in public. Amateurs have little to lose and are willing to try new things and take chances. There's this saying in the US, go fast, take chances. Or was it run fast, take challenges? Drive quick, take risks. You get the gist. In the end, it's all about lifelong learning and learning from both failure and success. One thing to keep in mind is that the world is changing and evolving so quickly that essentially we are all just amateurs 99.99% of the time. The third main idea is, if you don't know how to begin, start by documenting what you do. Share something small every day. This can be a video on YouTube or TikTok or a tweet on Twitter, a picture on Instagram, anything. Show what you're working on and people will connect with you over time. So show your work. If you work on something a little bit every day, you end up with something that's massive. This is the same for working out or eating healthy. If you go to the gym once, you won't see any real impact. And if you eat broccoli once, this does not substantially increase your health. You have to repeat these steps consistently for a long period of time. The fourth main idea is tell good stories. Stories are a powerful driver of emotional value. Here's an example from the book. Close your eyes and imagine you're a wealthy collector who's just entered a gallery in an art museum. On the wall facing you, there are two gigantic canvases, each more than 10 feet tall. Both paintings depict a harbor at sunset. From across the room, they look identical. The same ships, the same reflections on the water, the same sun at the same stage of setting. You go in for a closer look. You can't find a label anywhere. You become obsessed with these paintings, which you nickname Painting A and Painting B. You spend an hour going back and forth from canvas to canvas comparing brush strokes. You can't detect a single difference. Just as you go to fetch a museum guard or someone who can shed light on these mysterious twin masterpieces, the head curator of the museum walks in. You eagerly inquire as to the origins of your new obsessions. The curator tells you that Painting A was painted in the 17th century by a Dutch master. And what about Painting B, you ask? Yes. Painting B, the curator says. That's a forgery. It was copied by a graduate student at the local art college last week. As you can see, stories really are a powerful driver of emotional value, making the original Painting A done by a famous Dutch master much more valuable compared to the identical twin Painting B created by some arts student. The fifth main idea is, when you find things you genuinely enjoy, don't let anyone else make you feel bad about it. This can be tough, as negative feedback from others usually influences us. But don't let anyone take the joy in your life. There are a lot of idiots out there. Having your work hated by certain people is actually a badge of honor. So, always put things into perspective. In the end, your work is something you do, not who you are. Of course, you can care about what other people think, but the important thing here is to care about what the right people think. The sixth and last main idea I wanted to share with you is this. If you're on the verge of quitting, think of this. if you get a happy ending or not, that really depends on where you stop. So keep going if you're not there yet. Keep striving for what you're passionate about and what you really desire in life. Remember that in the near future, whatever near may be, you will be dead. So really, you do not have anything to lose. So continue and get to the happy ending you deserve. Which bits personally resonated with me the most? Well, back in the days when I was studying social work several years ago, I really had taken on the habitus of a question-asking amateur. You remember, be an amateur. Between seminars and lectures, I had a lot of time to follow the things that truly interested me, aside from social work, and that I did not know much about. There was not any pressure from clients or bosses to do the things a certain way in a certain amount of time. So I used that freedom to get out of my comfort zone constantly, to try new things and to take chances. Go fast, take chances. I would go to debating clubs at the university, do public speaking, take extra courses for rhetoric, apply for different scholarships. In fact, I was able to get some, but that might be a topic for another video. I even went abroad to study a year in Sweden. And these different activities I mostly did for the sake of the activities themselves and the experiences that came along with it. So they created so much joy and memories and helped me grow so much as a person that I'm really glad I did them. Now, as I'm an international social auditor in the corporate world, I work for huge and prestigious corporations. But I also constantly work super many hours. I drive tens of thousands of kilometers each year through Europe, auditing hundreds of factories in various different branches. And I just realized I have much less time and much less energy, as a matter of fact, at hand outside of this work area. And it's just so much more difficult to be an amateur in this setting. In my role as an international social auditor, I'm not an amateur, but I am the expert in a full suit and everything, which is also nice, but the role of an amateur just brings this bigger margin of error, which I also like quite a bit. That's gonna do it, guys. There's of course much more in the book that I did not cover in this short video. So if you're interested, check it out. Highly recommend it. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Leave a like and subscribe. This would really make my day. And if you did that, here are your balloons. Thanks for watching. Keep striving.